Are the Topps exclusive Mego figures exclusive? That's the discussion, guys, we're going to be having today. That's the topic that everybody's really been talking about within the last week. Guys, welcome back to the M.I.B Master Toy Museum. I'll be a curator today, guys. This is a fun topic of discussion. And for me, it's an easy discussion. It's an easy question, I should say. For me, I have an easy answer for it. And the answer is yes, the Topps exclusive figures are still exclusive. And you say, well, what are we talking about, M.I.B? What do you mean? Of course they're exclusive. They were announced nearly a year ago as being exclusive. A 1 week window to purchase figures, 2 figures that would be put out for a week and a week only. You had a 1 week window to purchase beautiful figures, Mego figures that were Topps exclusive, being sold through the company Topps. Within the last week or so, we have learned that other toy websites, ZLC, has gotten a hold of some of the stock of the Topps exclusive figures, which is fantastic. The figures that you thought was impossible to get in a week's time window, now you can get from ZLC. If you missed out on the opportunity of getting the Mummy, and you really wanted the Mummy, you really wanted this figure, but you didn't have the finances, or things just wasn't going to line up for you financially, or whatever the case might have been. Maybe you just forgot inside of the week window that Topps had these figures out. This particular Hammer Mummy figure out, and you couldn't get it. Now you can. Same with the Shazam. And Mego put out, Mego did a fantastic job in this regard. They put out variants of the Topps exclusive figures. Maybe dressed a little differently, maybe a few more accessories or whatever, but a variant nonetheless for the people that missed out on the Topps exclusive figures. That 1 week window opportunity that presented itself. I'm looking at my Mr. Spock figure here, and I wanted this figure when Topps first launched it for that 1 week window period. I couldn't get it. There was a few other figures I wanted. I believe at the time, I don't know, it was some other figures I wanted. I didn't wind up getting anything because I was trying to do other things at the time. It just didn't. I was one of those collectors where the timing didn't line up for a week window for me, not a 1 week window. So I missed out on the Mr. Spock figure from the 1979 Star Trek movie motion picture. And I think this is one of the most beautiful Spocks that they put out. I love the outfit, the classic outfit, the phaser, communicator, everything about this Spock. I love this Spock. I just couldn't get him. I got this from ZLC. I was very fortunate to purchase this figure from ZLC. The second I found out that ZLC was selling these figures, I jumped on the bandwagon. I got my Mummy figure from my good friends at Movie Posters etc., movie posters, etc., they had a very minimum, small, limited run of the Topps figures. But I took advantage of that. And we're here today because we have people saying, well, what was the point of doing the Topps exclusive if now everybody can get the figures? Everybody can afford to get the figures. How exclusive are they? Are they still exclusive? Are they still coveted? If you purchased, and I know a few collectors that did actually, so I posed this question to those collectors out there that purchased every Topps exclusive figure during the 1 week window that those figures were available. I pose this question to you guys. If you did that, how do you feel now that M.I.B. and other collectors can get these figures just as easily? Are you happy? Are you somewhat displeased? Are you on the fence? Do you have mixed emotions about it? You did everything right. You followed all the instructions. You were told that these figures were going to be exclusive. You were told that these figures were going to be, there was only going to be a 1 week window where you could have these figures. How do you feel? Leave the comments in the comment section, guys. We want to get the debate, the discussion really started about that. A good collector friend of mine got this for me, the Green Arrow figure. I couldn't get this figure. It was difficult. A lot of people were missing out on figures that they wanted, but they couldn't get. Life comes at you fast, right? I mean, it's just sometimes a week isn't enough. You know, I don't have enough time in a week to do my this regular daily stuff. It's tough. Something gets forgotten. Something gets pushed to the back burner. That's life, right? But nevertheless, I thought that Mr. Spock would be lost for all eternity. I thought Mr. Spock would be found on a secondary market at some horrendous, ridiculous, astronomical price that a seller was willing, because you saw these things popping up on eBay at just obscene, ridiculous prices. $150, $180. But now people are saying they're not so exclusive. If everybody can have them, they're not so exclusive. They're not so coveted anymore. Well, I beg to differ. And I need you guys to challenge me on that. I think these figures are as exclusive today as they were a year ago, when these figures were being released every week. I still think these figures will hold their exclusivity. I still think they're going to hold their value. Like the good people at ZLC has said in some of the Facebook groups that I'm in, they only have a limited supply of these figures. It's not like they have a ton of these figures. Yes, do they have all of them? Absolutely. And you can go to their ZLC's website to find these figures, but they only have a limited amount, a limited stock. You know, while supplies last, right? You can get your Shazam. You can get your Hammer's the Mummy figure. You can get your Star Trek Mr. Spock from the motion picture. You can get your Green Arrow. And I only have a few up here. You can get your Black Adam. And they have all the monster ones. They have all the Planet of the Apes figures. Are these figures exclusive? Yes or no? That's the debate, guys. That's the question. That's the burning question that's on everybody's minds today. Since people found out that you can find these figures in the wild now, so to speak, on ZLC's website. I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic that people can still get these figures. They are marvelous action figures. If you're trying to complete a collection of the Topps exclusive figures, those collectors, I want to hear from you. If you found, like me, if you found the Mr. Spock figure that you coveted, that you really wanted, and you thought was lost for all eternity, and you're able to finally purchase this figure, I want to hear about it in the comment section, guys, right underneath this video. Happy? Upset? Disappointed? Those are all the things that I've been hearing from collectors. Let's be honest, guys. It's not like, did you think, for all you guys that thought you had all of them, because you know there's a lot of collectors out there, and we all have a little bit of that in us. Well, I have something that you don't have. I have a figure that you don't possess. And to find out now, everybody possesses those figures. How does that make you feel? When you thought you had Mr. Spock, and that was it. There was a one window deal, and he was gone forever. And you got him, and 5 of your buddies, collector buddies, didn't have him. Did you feel special? And now all of your buddies have Mr. Spock. Does that anger you? Does that frustrate you? Are you happy? Are you genuinely happy for your buddies? I was happy to find out that everybody that missed out on these figures are able to have another chance, another opportunity to purchase these figures, to add to their collections. We want to know, guys. Exclusive, non-exclusive, or you just plain frustrated? We want to hear it all, guys. That's what we pose. That's the question we pose today. Are these figures still exclusive? I'm going to, as M.I.B, I'm going to give you my answer right now, but I want to hear your answers in the comment section. My answer is absolutely 1,000% yes. These figures are still exclusive. They are, once again, like I stated earlier in the video, they are as exclusive as the day they came out for that 1 week window as they are right now. They're just that exclusive. I think that these figures are going to hold their value. I think they're going to do all of that. Tough questions, guys, for a tough video, but it's not really tough for me. Exclusivity, guys. Is it all in your mind? Or is it real? I believe it's real. I believe these figures are, like I said, I believe these figures are extremely exclusive. And will remain so. Because at the end of the day, Mego only made so many of these figures for Topps. Now, where those figures wind up at, we don't know. Are there still cases of these figures sitting somewhere, you know, on a dock, in a warehouse? We don't know. We do know that only so many were made. I mean, I think they did a number count on how many were made and sold out. And I'm hearing now there was a surplus stock to help with damaged figures and things of that nature. Still exclusive. Now it's just the only difference is, guys, you don't have to, you know, you don't have a week's window. Now it's probably still a short period of time because people are finding out about these figures, and believe me, they're finding out about them and they're purchasing them. So yeah, you can go to ZLC's website and you're looking for Mr. Spock or the Mummy or Shazam or one of the Planet of the Apes figures or the Green Arrow figure or Black Adam. They may not be there. I mean, they might be sold out. Once again, the stock inventory is limited. And shame on the people that don't think these figures will hold their exclusivity. Okay? And I'm not just starting stuff, guys. If you have a legitimate issue with that statement that I just put out, I want to hear about it, guys, right here in the comment section. We haven't had a video like this in a while, so it's time to get things stirred up a little bit. It's time to really talk about what's on your mind. And this particular subject has been on everybody's mind within the last, 5 or 6 days of learning that what they thought was exclusive and only a 1 week window deal is not. And I think that's a great thing. I have zero issue with it. If you have an issue with it, I want to hear about it in the comment sections. Right underneath this video, guys. I'm going to grab me a cup of coffee, guys, and see what you guys have to say about this. You know the routine. God bless. Stay safe. Go to ZLC to get your Topps exclusive figures. Yes, exclusive figures. Mego figures. And keep collecting.